Hi, it's Scott Stevens with ShaverLake.com, Shaver Lake Vacation Rentals in Coldwell Banker. Shaver Lake, yeah, it's sad to see the summer season coming to an end. Kids are back into school, everybody's kind of getting back into their regular routine, but that doesn't mean maybe you can get away for a couple of days. Bring up your best buddy or your spouse and bring up your fishing pole and ice cold beverage or two and just get away from it all for just a couple of days. We still got Labor Day weekend coming up. As you can see behind me, the lake capacity has dropped down to 81%, and here after Labor Day, it'll drop dramatically. In fact, the lake will probably become inaccessible because of the dam project, so keep that in mind if you want to come out and do some fishing. So as far as fishing goes, it's been pretty decent. In fact, let's do our fishing report for this week for the Shaver and Huntington area. Shaver Lake bank fishing has been very good with power bait in the coves around the Sierra Marina. Shore fishing should continue to improve as the lake level drops dramatically beginning after the Labor Day weekend. Kokanee fishing has slowed for trollers, with the fish starting to show signs of turning with loose scales, pink colors, and the beginnings of a hooked jaw. Changing depths, presentations, trolling speed, or gear is key to a successful trip. Now, the best action remains on Trout Busters behind a mountain flasher, or with Captain Jack's orange Super Hootchies at depths from 25 to 40 feet. Crickets or smallmouth spinners are working for the abundant smallmouth bass around rocky structure. Anglers are advised to get their fishing in now before the lake becomes inaccessible by late September. On Huntington Lake, bank fishing for rainbow trout is good with orange power bait or night crawlers near the auxiliary dam. Now, as far as lake capacity, Huntington is holding steady at 99%. On Wishaw, the lake is starting to drop, but the best trout fishing remains at the headwaters of the lake with orange power bait from the shoreline. The fish are plentiful with lots of limits ranging from 10 to 14 inches. On Courtright Lake, the lake is full and shore anglers are scoring near the dam with inflated night crawlers or power bait. Dennis Beard of the Dinky Creek Inn said the high water has pulled out the browns from the recesses of the creek, and fishing is as good as they've seen it in years. Anglers are catching combinations of browns, rainbows, and fat brook trout, which have been planted into the creek. With the high water levels, there are still riffles throughout the creek, allowing anglers to work a wide variety of areas instead of the deep pools. He said fly fishing is outstanding, and plans will continue through the Labor Day weekend. The fall season is a great time to be up here because the crowds have kind of died off and the weather is still beautiful here in the Shaver and Huntington area. We've got some great events on the calendar, including the Music Mountain Music Festival, which will be August 27th at the Shaver Lake Community Center. Then with Labor Day weekend coming up, China's Sun Music Series with Papa Do Run Run and Pablo Cruz up at China Peak. That will be Saturday, September 4th. So you can check out skichinapeak.com for information on showtime and ticket sales. And of course, Labor Day weekend after that, we get into the fall season, and a lot of the rates will drop 30% on participating properties in the Shaver and Huntington area. So check that out. Check out the specials page at our website at shaverlake.com. So lots of season left up here before the snow flies. So come on up, bring your fishing pole, bring your family, and just spend some great quality time with either your buddy or your spouse or your family. So come on up and see us here in Shaver with shaverlake.com, Shaver Lake Vacation Rentals, and Coldwell Banker's Shaver Lake. Come up and play.